All right, we're going to go over replacing the power supply. It's right here on the bottom. If you look at the data card, what I've done is I've just set it, if it's facing you, I've set it on its left side, just tipped it up. So we'll make sure you put it on a steady surface, well away from the edge, that you're not going to tip it over and knock it off. And then on the bottom side, on the upper right corner here, if you back up, see, this is the front. Up here, we got a series of these screws right here. You have a couple of different options there. If you have some tools, you can use a socket, because they are a 6-sided head. You can also use a Torx T20 bit, which take a wide variety of forms. In this case, I'm going to use a T20 bit. I've got a long one that I use here, but however you do it, it really doesn't matter. I usually just start in the upper position there, and I just go around. I'm just going to remove, kind of pay attention a little bit right here on these 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 5. 3 of them are longer. The one that goes on the bottom of the 5, and the one on the top, and then one in the middle, and these are shorter. So as you can see, this one's a little bit longer than the rest of them, and then this one will be short. But there's a recess in here that goes inside, so that's a long one as well. Short, and then long. All the rest of them are short, with the exception of this foot up here that we'll take off last. Okay, so the last one is going to be this foot right here. It's not going to just fall off. There's some cables in there. Be careful not to let it just go flying though. Alright, so now it's loose. I'm going to carefully pull it down. And turn it sideways. What I do is I take this tab in the corner and I rest it right there, and then you can hold it on this side. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to just push this connector and pull it out. There's a little latch that connects here, so we're going to just disconnect that. And then the last thing you're going to need is just a cross tip, or a cross tip, or a flat tip screwdriver. So we just have a regular screwdriver. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and use a cross tip and another drill. Nope. Now you have this is really dirty. And when we refurbish these, we do take these off and clean them, but this is a non-refurbished unit that I'm looking at. So you have a negative and a positive. You can see on the board here it's printed. So negative is going to be black, positive is going to be red, just like on a battery terminal on your car. Just be careful not to drop these like that, because it can go down these holes things like that. So I'm kind of doing this one-handed. So now it will come loose. So you can set the old one aside, get the new one. In this case, I'm just going to take this and put it right straight back on as though it's the new one. So again, got negative and positive. Black's negative, red's positive. See how good I am here one-handed. Not very, evidently. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause this for a sec. Okay, so we got it started here. So again, red positive, black negative, lamb back up. Being careful again not to drop it in any of these cracks and crevices in this. And just tighten it to where it's firm. You don't need to get crazy with it. And we'll take the connector with the latch part up, and it will just connect till it snaps there. And then carefully just bring it up, fit back into place like this. This black edge on the right, like so. Then I always start with the foot because it kind of holds it in place. Now, this is an aluminum base, so definitely if you're using a screw gun or some kind of a drill, do not get crazy on it. So what I'll do normally is I'll start kind of on the corners. Just firm it up, don't get crazy because you can strip this out pretty easily actually. All it's doing is holding, and you got a lot of screws here, so it's not like there's a lot of pressure on any given point. Again, the long screws, these center 5, the long screws go on the top, the bottom, and the middle, and then the shorter ones everywhere else. This is not one of the screw holes there. And then I just generally go kind of in a straight down and around pattern. Okay. Oh, missed one. All right, so that's back on. Carefully set it back down, which I'm not going to attempt to do that one-handed, but that is the entire process.